Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Of course, what we're doing today, we're going to do a champion guide on somebody that I saw on my stream, played around with on somebody else's account, and I was like, damn, she hits way harder than I ever thought she did. So I already knew that Shirimani was a strong champ. She's a strong champ. She's got an AOE freeze. She's got some healing, and I thought, good champion. Also a good affinity to kind of counter some of those damage dealers out there at the moment. But what I was not aware of is how hard she brings the nukes herself. So let me talk you through her kit. She's got an A1 that's a 3-hitter. Each hit, 15% chance of placing a freeze. So is it a 3-hitter? Has a 15% chance of placing a freeze for one turn. I guess each hit's 15% chance. It's not actually as clear as it should be, but because it's 3 hits at random, I guess each time it's got a 15% chance of placing it, which is kind of nice. For an A1, it's kind of nice. It's not overpowered, but it's strong if it lands. She's got an A2, heals one ally by 50% and other allies by 20% of their max HP. Pretty strong. Pretty strong heal. Also puts a continuous heal buff out on them. So, kind of a good clutch move. Works really nicely in Faction Wars. Pick your team back up in the arena, that type of stuff. Also good if you're just kind of out there in general dungeons. So, for me, really strong ability. This is what her kit's built on, though. She has got, when booked, a 100% chance of placing a freeze on all enemies. But the cool thing with this one is it hits. So, it's a cool thing and it's a not cool thing. So, it's a chance of getting a weak hit, which means that you don't get your freeze off. Debuffs don't land on weak hits. She also gets turn meter fill for each enemy she attacks. So if you do this in Spider, she fills her turn meter up. She fills it up and she goes again. Brilliant, brilliant move in Spider. Do it in the arena, she's almost got herself a half turn meter again. You do it in a dungeon, she gets kind of 50% of her turn meter. So very cool. Which makes her super useful like in tons of different areas of the game. I have done a mastery setup to try and make it hit hard, basically, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to make it hit hard because I was impressed by the damage she did on my stream. I wouldn't suggest this is kind of like your everyday build. If you're trying to play for a faction war champ, you might end up in War Master instead of Helm Smasher. If you're going pure arena utility, you kind of take Eagle Eye. If you're going for like a dungeon stroke support champ, you probably would end up War Master as well. So I think War Master or Eagle Eye is probably the preference. I'm doing this as a bit of a showcase because I was just impressed with her the other day. How have I built her then? I built her in an arena build. I definitely could push more damage if I came out of this immunity set, but I also want it to be relevant to my level of gameplay. And at the minute, playing with the big boys, I need immunity sets on a lot of my champs. She's actually I'm just thinking about it. She's a touch slow. Who can I bring in as my nuker that's slower than her? Okay, this guy. Okay, cool. So she's a touch slow for me, which is not ideal, but I wanted to use an immunity set so she doesn't get frozen herself. I've built her with 100% crit rate, high crit damage, high attack, okay speed, good accuracy. So I've done that through attack ring, crit damage here, accuracy with some speed and attack here. We've gone for speed on the boots in an accuracy set, attack percentage chest, crit damage gloves, and then we kind of looked for crit rate, speed, and accuracy everywhere else. So in terms of my ratings for her, my eyes have definitely been open to this champ. So arena, I already knew she was a strong champion. She's top tier arena. Anyone that can do AOE freeze 100% is definitely top tier in the arena. Campaign, she can do the same and she can heal. She'd kind of be good actually as a support in the Nightmare campaign area. She's got good base stats in defense as well, so she'd be able to, and she'd be healing your person that's doing your damage. Plus, she can put out some damage herself. So probably like a 4 campaign. Clan boss, feel this is high. She's got a multi-hit A1. That's it. A bit of healing, but really it's not for her. Spiders top tier. We'll show that today. Fire Knights multi-hit A1 heals, freezes for the waves. I think top tier. We'll try it out. I think it's top tier though. Dragons, good utility on the waves, but that's about it. Minnow's fine. All of the stuff like that is fine. Ice Golem's kind of cool, again, because she can freeze and heal. Force, she doesn't really bring anything for the Force Keep in particular, but she'll help you get there. Magic Keep, similar sort of stuff, and Spirit Keep. Nothing special about it, but she'll help you do it. Void as well. Faction Wars, top tier Faction War champ. It's a strong faction anyway, but she will help you get your 3 stars by just keeping those freezes coming. So all in all, really high ratings on this champ. Really, really solid champ. Let's get her into some stuff. So I'm going to start with, Fire Knights. Build up to something sexier. So she's a neutral affinity for Fire Knights. She can kind of come in, I guess. Maybe I'll just remove one of these. So multi-hit's always going to be good for Fire Knights. Where is she? There she is. Multi-hit's always going to be strong in Fire Knight for the main boss. But you kind of want someone who's doing multi-hits to also have some other utility. So in this instance, let's just slow it down a sec. When she throws out her AOE freeze, see that? 30 to 40k across the board for the AOE freeze. So it's an ability that's doing a lot of work anyway, but then it's also actually hitting pretty damn hard. We'll get through the waves there quite comfortably. Get a decreased defense out again. And obviously we're waiting for the rotation back on her freeze. That's compared to some of the other freeze champs, I think she's slightly slower. But she does have the A1 that could freeze as well. Nothing too special though for the rest of it. Again, she's put the freeze out there A1. It's actually pretty solid. Having a 3-hitter onto mobs like this in dungeon waves is really helpful. And then obviously at this point, we've just got to do multi-hits. I wonder if she's got any sort of sense to do. No, she tried to do her A3 there anyway. But what you want from her here really is just an A1 like that so that you can start to reduce turn meter. And then the only other thing she's really bringing at this point is, so she's got a multi-hit. Obviously, freeze won't land on a boss. She's got a multi-hit and she's got heals. So at this stage, when people are a bit low, she should bring people back. See that? Nice heal. And we're kind of now back in the game. So good utility, good Fire Knight champ, paired with the right sort of team. She won't be doing it on her own, but if you're struggling to get through the content, she'll help you through the waves and she'll help you on the boss part of the fight. Reasonable damage, 10 to 13k pop, not bad. Get rid of that. Spider, I think, is her best dungeon. I think it's her best. So you would run it in a team. Similar, actually, I did a similar type of video yesterday. So you throw in your Shirimani here. Let's throw in a bigger version of that fella. We've got a tank here. Actually, just need to put some chest on her. I took it off her the other day. She's going to be my tank. Defense chest. I do. So aura. Aura's for faction crypts. Okay, bear that in mind. That's actually a strong aura for faction crypts as well, by the way. But obviously, for right now, it's no good. So why is she good here then? She is one of those champs, if you've got yourself a burn champion, that she can come in and do work. Her freeze here basically gives you a full extra turn. So you're waiting for your burns to come out. It gives you a full extra turn, and that extra turn, if you've got Tantra as well, gives you more heals. So every time the freezes are dropping off, the heals go on your Tantra. You've got the burns now coming out, so every time the spiderlings move, they get burnt as well. So just generally strong utility. You can definitely build a team around her. You know, if you had like someone resetting cooldowns as well, you get your freezes back really regularly. But you can see here the amount of damage we've done straight out. And we're just reliant on really whether your Tantra can stay alive. But the other nice thing that Shirimani brings is a heal. So not just the freeze to give you your head start, she also brings a heal to try and keep your tank alive. Like this. See that? So she would have been dead there, but she actually got that nice juicy heal. And gives us just a few more turns to try and win. I might not quite win. I could do with her being a 60. Maybe I'll level a 60 up soon. But it's going to be close. She's obviously then negative affinity, so she becomes the next target. We just about did it. It's pretty... I mean, that's probably not 100% run, but you can kind of see the utility she brought there to your tank. So, Ice Golem, kind of similar thing. Nothing really different to show you in those dungeons. Let's show you her in the arena. The arena, I think, is her best place. So I'm playing in plat level. What we want to see is, can we get some good damage out? Sifi's kind of like a direct counter to her. Rotus is also a bit of a counter to her. So you do have to be aware that there's just blatant counters out there in the game. So I think what we'll run with is... I should really have Lysandra in immunity gear as well to face Torments. I think we're going to try our luck. It's probably a dodgy move. I think we're going to try our luck. I think it's going to be like this. So in this instance, it's a dodgy move. There's a good chance I'm going to lose. She does not have immunity gear on, which means that she could get frozen here. If she gets frozen, I lose. That or I could go A1 and... I'm going to try it. Don't get frozen. She didn't. Great. Now what we can do, because we've got the speed advantage here, I can speed up. I've already got increased attack on my Shirimani, so she's going to do a bit more damage because of that. She's actually in here as my nuker. I don't know if she's actually strong enough to do a proper nuke. We'll see. We drop defense. We've already got increased attack on us. We throw out our freeze. So it's a freeze ability. Throw it out there. Look at that damage. 35 to 50k on a freeze. That's good damage, guys. That is pretty damn solid damage. Just want to make sure that don't let people revive. So we're A1 here. Even the A1, 20 odd K damage across the board, like down to 15. Really strong. So I did not see her as an arena damage dealer. I only ever saw her as a utility champ. Turns out she is stronger than I gave her credit for. And she can kick out some damage with the best of them. Triple hit coming in here. Bang. 15k. Not too bad. No decreased defense on him. And he's obviously a hyper tank. But yeah, that is pretty impressive, I think, for a tank. Again, triple hit. Bam. 15k. And down he goes. So I was really impressed by her. And I think, if you're coming up through earlier levels, then even better. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Same sort of idea. Now, they do have shields up, so we're going to need to wipe those shields off. No problem. That's what Madame is here for. Throw out the freeze first, obviously. You do have a chance to get a weak hit. He is nearly dead. Everyone else is panicking because their life is draining away. Let's drop her turn meter. Let's kill off the Rotus. Next target is going to be... Actually, I'll take her down so her turn meter's nearly full. And then we're going to go in with triple hit. Bam. Take out the next person that can actually do something in their team. And then we're just left with Harvest Jack, who actually is a pain to deal with, to be fair. So at this point, I could get True Feared here. But that would have been the heal just to get myself back. And job done. So yeah, guys, look. Shirimani, there you go again. Nice kind of 10 triple hit for 10k a pop. Really good champion. Like, way underrated, I'd say, for a legendary. Way underrated. And we'll go one more. I wouldn't normally have her in a team as a nuker, by the way. I just wanted to see if it was even possible. We've got a team that's faster than me here. I might as well sit down. You see here, she didn't even die to the crazy hits coming in. So that kind of gives me some sense of a warm feeling inside. What I would probably normally run her at in an arena comp like this, I'd normally run her fast and high accuracy. I wouldn't normally run the damage level that I'm doing here. She'd normally be fast, high accuracy, and I'd have a nuker coming in behind her. But this you know, if you think about what champs you've got and whether she can actually come in and be your damage dealer and your crowd control, doing 2 jobs at once, that's pretty serious business. So the reason why we didn't freeze everyone there is, I guess we got a weak hit here, or maybe it was resisted. I didn't see actually. So who do I care most about? Probably her. Might lose this one. So I can heal. I don't need to heal actually. I might be able to just take him out. It is 3 hits at random. That's a kind of upside and a downside, I guess, because if you've got 3 hits at random, you're not focusing someone down. 2 Rota's going to go crazy now. I'm going to lose this one anyway. Anyway, guys, Shirimani, really fun champ. If you've got her in your locker, get her out the locker, get her involved. Really good champ. I've been Hades. I'll catch you later.